This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, Raj,
Anjan,
you
you
know,
can start your class.
okay, cool. Yeah, I'm here.
Raju, you. Thank you.
Yes. Hi, Santosh and Suman and Vijay.
Hi.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Sorry
Good
for
morning.
not taking yesterday's session. Hello, Vijay.
Yes.
Yes.
Vijay, are you there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's showing you're not connected to audio. Anyway, Santosh, can you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Did you completed the last video what we shared with you? Did you completed the data types concepts or not?
I did not complete it, but I'm almost there.
See, man, if something is given for you, you should do that. That is a better way to that is a better way
Hold
to
on
understand.
one sec. I did day before yesterday's homework. Yes, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, I
Yes.
did that.
Okay, fine. So now we need to continue the today's session. We all of you open your Jupyter notebooks. Okay. Let me go with your specific folder, and we are in the operator session. As of now, we completed only 3 operators. So we need to finish this operator session. Today's session. So we need to understand the logical operators. Before understanding the logical operators and special operators, bitwise operator, we need to understanding the Boolean data for each and every data type. Okay. So what you need to understand? Boolean data for each data type. See, if in case integer can be the true, okay, when the integer is true, whenever integer, it might be positive numbers, it might be negative numbers, okay, then the integer, it will be true, okay. Otherwise, if in case the integer, it will be 0, that means it should be false. Did you understand my point? Whenever integer data, it will be positive or it will be negative, which means it will be true, okay. Whenever integer data, it will be 0, that means it should be false. Clear?
Yes.
Meanwhile, float also, it might be decimal, positive or negative floating numbers, it will be true except 0.0 something else, okay, that will be 100% false. Coming to the complex numbers, if any format, it will be x plus yj format, the x and y both will be either negative or positive, okay. X comma y, both it might be negative or positive. You understand my point? It doesn't matter whether x is positive or negative, okay. In case if any one number it will be available, then that will be true case. Okay. For example, if it is having the 0 plus 0j, then that means it should be false. Are you following my points? Coming to the Boolean data, true means true, false means false. I think you don't need to understand this one. Because of default, it will be true and true, right? Coming to the none, it always false only. It always false. But you can come up with a string list, okay, and tuple any sequential data type. Any sequential data type, it's a purely depends upon the number of elements. Number of elements. Okay. If in case length of it, it will be 0, then that means false. If in case length of it will be 0, then that means it's a false. Other than the length will be not 0, then it will be true case. It totally depends upon the number of elements within a data type, within a variable. Okay. If in case if we have at least one element will be there, that will be true case. Okay. If in case which is having the 0 number of elements, then it will be true. Then it will be false. Okay, whenever we have the 0 number of elements are there, that will be false, otherwise it will be true. I hope you understand that different data types, in which situation it will be true, at which situations it will be false. You understand, right? Now let me go with understanding the logical operators. Coming to the logical operators, which is operating on the logic of the data. So there are three operators are there. The first one is logical not. So this is the logical not. If you want to do that, we can use the not keyword. Okay, we can use the not keyword. So here we require only single input. So here we have to apply the not and input. Okay, so here you might be getting the result, it will be true or it might be false. You can get the result will be either true or false. So at what situations this is the result will be true? Okay, at what situations this is the result will be false? It was very simple. If in case input is false case, you can apply any data type. Okay, if it will be false cases, then it will be true. Then the result will be what? Then the result will be true. If in case the input will be true case, we can apply any data type. The input will be true case, then the corresponding result will be false. Got it my point? You got it right? Let me go with some examples for easy to understand. I can able to apply the not of false. We can apply the not of true. I applying the directly true and false. Let me see the result of it. If in case input is false, output is true. Input is true, output is false, right? Same way, you might have the different data types. Let I apply the integer data. Okay. For example, print not of the minus 123. Let me tell me 123 is the true or false? Minus 123, is it true or false?
False.
Minus 123, is it true or false? See, if the data will be input data, here we may have the positive and negative numbers, okay, or else 0. If in case, if a number is, whether it is the positive or negative, then that means it will be true. Otherwise, it will be false. Now tell me, minus 123, is it, I'm not asking the result of it. I'm
It's
asking
true.
that minus 123, is it true or false?
It's true.
Absolutely true only. If you apply the not of true, what will be, you can get the result? We
False.
can get the result will be false. I hope you understand, right?
Mhm.
Next, we can apply the not of positive 908. 908 will be true, not of true in the sense it will be false. If you apply the not of 0, 0 means what? 0 means false. Not of false in the sense we can get the result will be true. Here,
Mhm.
let me execute these statements, please, regarding about logical not operator.
Let what?
Let you execute these statements in your computer. Hello, completed.
Yes.
So can you apply the string data? For example, the string which is having the 3 number of elements. Okay. So if you having 3 number of elements, that will be true. If you apply the not of true, then you will be getting the false. So we can apply the empty list. Empty list in the sense number of elements will be 0. So if you apply the not of false in the sense, not of false in the sense, you will be getting the true. Okay. You just note on this one also.
Can you please scroll up once, just for a minute, please? Yeah.
How much time, man, for executing the statements?
Done.
Next, we need to go for understanding the logical AND operator. So for understanding the logical AND operator, we have to use the AND keyword. Okay. So here we can apply the 2 inputs. How many inputs we need to apply? We need to operating on the 2 inputs. Input 1 AND operator, input 2. Okay. But you can get the result will be either input 1, either input 2. Previously you got the result will be either true or false, right? But now we can get the output will be, it will be either input 1, either input 2. Careful observe here. If you apply the input 1 and input 2 on your AND operator, we can get the result either input 1 or else we can get the result will be input 2. Did you understand? You're not getting the true or false. You can get the result will be either input 1, either input 2 data. Okay.
Okay.
See, at what situations you can get the input 1, at what situation you can get the input 2. If in case input 1, it will be false case. Okay. Result will be input 1. If and only if input 1 will be false case. False case in the sense we need to see the data type. So which corresponding the true or false, we need to find out. If it is the true case, then what happens we'll see. If in case input 1, it always checking only input 1. Input 1 will be true case, then result will be input 2. Okay. Okay. Let me go some examples. Print 34 and operator and 67. Let me tell me what is the result of it. Either input 1 or input 2. You can get either result will be 34 or else you can get the result will be 67 actually. But the input 1 we have to check. Input 1 will be 34. 34 means it absolutely true. Okay. It's absolutely true or case. It might be positive or it might be negative, then it will be true, right? So that here 34 it will be true. Whenever the first input will be true case, if the first input will be true case, what is the result? What is the result? What is the result?
Input 2.
67.
What is input 2?
67.
67 is the result. Got it?
Mhm.
Meanwhile, we can apply 64 and operator empty square brackets. Now tell me what will be the result? Empty square brackets and with 34, what will be the result? Empty curly braces and with empty curly braces or else empty parenthesis. Now let me what will be the result? Speed up. This is the result will be 67. What about this one?
Input 2. The
What is input 2? It's a
brackets.
square.
Yeah.
Next. Input 1 will be empty square brackets. Empty square brackets means false. Input 1 is false, then result is also input 1 only. So that we are getting the empty square brackets. This one also curly braces. If something is having nothing, then it will be false. So that the first input only result. So you are getting the empty square brackets and empty curly braces. Clear?
Mhm.
So can you execute these statements in your computer?
Okay.
Done?
Yes.
Let me go with OR operator. If I go with OR operator, we can use the OR keyword. Okay. Here also we can apply the OR keyword on both the inputs, you can get the result will be input 1 and input 2. But thing is that here input 1 will be false case, then the result will be input 2. If in case input 1 will be the true case, then result will be input 1. So that means it's quite opposite for it, for the AND operator. Now tell me what will be the results of each and everything. Tell me. Tell me please.
You're going too fast. I'm not understanding this.
See, carefully read this one, man. Here we have the OR operator, which needs the input 1 and which needs the input 2, but the result will be either input 1, either input 2. Okay, but input 1 will be false case. At this particular situation only, the result will be input 2. See, here the input 1 will be true or false. Input 1 will be true or false. It's a
True.
true. Whenever input 1 is true, then what will be the result?
Input
True.
1, that's 34.
True.
It's a 34 only, you can get the result. What about next one? Next one also it will be 34 only. The reason is first input will be true. Coming to the third example, empty square brackets. Empty square brackets in the sense false case. If in case input 1 will be false case, result will be input 2. So that we will be getting the result will be 34 only. Okay. But coming to this one, curly braces. Curly braces means false. Empty curly braces means false. Whenever you apply the OR operator, then the second input will be open parenthesis, closed parenthesis. That's it. Got it?
Yes.
So, okay.
Any more question?
So empty square brace is also false and curly brace also false.
If something is braces, if something will be empty, then it will be false only. Whether it is a square,
Okay.
any parenthesis, if nothing is there. If in case the parenthesis, it might be having at least one element. I can give some examples related to that one also.
So if any parenthesis is empty is equal to false.
Yes. For example, this is a square brackets which is having the two elements. In this particular situation, we can get the 3, 5. See, let me execute this one. Got it? Here the parenthesis having the 1, 2, so that you will be getting the 1, 2 only. For example, here I have the only 1 and 5. If you have at least one element within the curly braces, if you have at least one element will be there, that will be set data type actually. Okay. So just note down this one. See guys, I will be back within 5 minutes. Wait for 5 minutes. Just note down, I will be back within 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, good. I hope you understand the logical OR operator also, right? AND
Yes.
operator also, right?
Yes.
Any more questions are there regarding about logical operators?
No.
Okay. Just we should write a small program. Write a program. Find the given year is leap or not. That we need to find with help of the all logical not of all logical operators. Okay. First, you should take the data from the user, which will be enter year. Okay. For example, if the user is entered the year, that data will be holding into this particular year actually. See, if in case year, if in case year, if it is if year, if it is divisible by 4, okay, that will be true only, okay, or else that will be leap year, right? Normally, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, that will be leap year. But thing is that if any year, if it is if a year which is divisible by and or year divisible by 100 not equal to 0, okay, and operator. Careful observe that one. For example, I have a year which is divisible by 100 and so careful observe here, even a year which is divisible by 4, it's not the leap year, okay. Even this one is true, we have to check this one actually. Either that year it not to be divisible by 100, even it is divisible by 100, we need to go with the checking that whether it will be divisible by the 400 or not. If it is divisible by the 400, or else if a year which is not divisible by 100, then only this is the year will be leap year, okay. Let me give some examples. I can execute this one. For example, if we enter the 1900, this is not the leap year, okay, so that we are getting the result will be false, okay. Next, we can enter the 2000. 2000 will be leap year, so that we are getting the result will be true, okay. Next, we can apply the 2004. 2004 also it's a leap year, so that we are getting the true only. For example, we are executed this one and we'll be getting, I'm giving the 993, okay, this will be false. See, If and only if the leap is year is leap year, then only it can be returns the false true. Otherwise, it is returns the false. How it is happens? See the basic principle of the leap year. Even a year which is divisible by 4, it's not the leap year. Only 50% will be leap year. We need to satisfy the any one condition from these two things. If no one condition is not satisfied from these two things, then the year will be not leap year. Either it not be divisible by the 100, even if it is divisible by the 100, that means this is the condition is false. At least we need to satisfy this particular condition. Okay, so just note down this example. If you not understand this one, try to understand after the session is over. Okay, why I'm using this syntax, how it was executing, and
Anjan,
yes.
can you explain that logic one more time? I got it. If year is divisible by 4, then that's one condition. I completely got that part. And the
Yes,
second after end.
let me finish it.
Okay.
For example, if a year, if it is divisible by the 4, okay, if a year which is divisible by the 4, even though it's not leap year, we have to be satisfy the any one condition. Okay, so we have the two conditions are there. Even a year which is divisible by the 4, to for this one it will be leap year or not. If you want to know that, again we have to satisfy the two more conditions. That was the reason I'm applying the and operator. Okay, even the first condition is true, we need to go with the find out the second condition whether it is a true or not. If both the conditions are true, then only the result will be true. Otherwise it will be false. Carefully observe here, any operator which requires the two inputs, this is the input 1, this is the whole thing will be input 2. Okay, so if you want to be leap year, this condition must be true and the overall condition it must be true. For example, you are entered the 1900, this is the condition has returns true only. Okay, but we have to return this is the condition also must be returns the true, otherwise it will be returns the false only. But if you want to give this overall result will be true, we have the two options. It not to be divisible by the 100, 1900 which is divisible by the 100, so this is the condition is false. If at least this condition is false, we have to satisfy this condition. Year which is divisible by the 400, no, the remainder is 300. That means this is the condition is fail and this is the condition is fail. Whenever the both conditions are fail, the overall condition will be false only. So here it will be true, here it will be false. So false and true, it will be false only. Got it? Got it or not?
Can you give us some other example other than this leap year thing?
Okay, write a program, find given number is divisible by both 4 and 5. If you have a number, that number, if you division with 4, you should get the remainder is 0. Meanwhile, if you division with 5, you should get the remainder is 0. Whenever a number it can be divisible by the both, okay, then it will be returns the true, otherwise it can be returns the false. Let me take a small example for that one. Input, enter a number. Okay, see, I want to check that whether this number it can be divisible by the 4 or not? Yes, number percentile of 4 is equal to 0. If this is the condition, this is the first condition. If this one is true, okay, I want to check with the both, right? So if and only if both will be divisible or not, we need to check, so that number percentile of the 5 is equal to 0. This is the condition 2. This is the condition 1. This is the condition 2. If and only if a number can be divisible by the both, then it can be written as the true. Even this one is not satisfied, then it can be false. Even this one is not satisfied, that one also it's false only. Okay, we just run this one. For example, if we enter the 15, if we enter the 15, so if we enter the 15, this will be written as false. The reason is 15 percentile of the 4. The remainder you are getting the 3. 3 equal to 0? No, it should be false. Whenever first input is false case, then it will be written as the result of the first input. The result of the first input, it will be false, right? So that you're getting the result will be false only. Okay, got it?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me give one more example for the same question. If I give the 20 will be divisible by the 4 as well as 5. Let me check now. So 4 percentile of 20 percentile of 4 in the sense remainder will be 0, right? 0 equal to 0, it will be true. So that it will be go for the next condition. If and only if this condition is also true, then overall result will be true. But 20 percentile of 5 in the sense remainder also it's 0. 0 equal to 0, as this will be true. Whenever input 1 is the true, and if the first input 1 is true, then it will be written as the second input result. The second input result is also true only, right? So that it will be written as the true. Clear?
Yes.
This is the way we can able to understanding the AND operator and OR operators. It was very simple. You don't worry, guys. Try to understand the how the leap year is working. We can read that some text on our Google search, so then we can easily understand this logic. Okay, I think previously what you understand, if a year which can be divisible by the 4, then it's a leap year. That is wrong actually. Our mathematicians, they're not given that fact, that is the fault information. Even though if a year which is divisible by the 4, we have the one more option to fail it. Okay, so that we need to read it actually clearly. We can Google it, how the leap year is, how we can able to find the leap year without applying the program. We just read the logics of it, then try to compare with Python, then we can understand it. Okay,
Okay.
next we need to go with understanding the special operators and bitwise operators. So these special operators and bitwise operators we need to talk about by tomorrow session. Okay, see you guys, by, take care.
All right. Bye-bye.